Okay, to do this pizza box solar oven craft, you'll need to start out, of course, with a pizza box. What we have here is just a medium size box, and then you'll need some aluminum foil, plastic wrap, a bamboo skewer or some other stick, tape, and scissors. I'm also going to be using box cutters just to make cutting the cardboard a little bit easier, but you could do this just with scissors if that's all you have on hand. So that's everything that we need, and we're going to jump in and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start by cutting our pizza box, and we need to cut an opening in the top of the pizza box so of course the sunlight can get in. And you can be as precise as you would like to be with this. If you want to measure out like an equal distance from the sides and the top and make your cut nice and kind of square, I'm just going to kind of freehand it to show you guys the principle of getting started with it here. And of course I'm going to be cutting on another piece of cardboard so I don't ruin my tabletop as well. So be aware, if you're using a box cutter, you don't want to cut the surface underneath what you're cutting here. So like I said, since I'm just going to kind of freehand it, I'm going to turn this, I'm going to start, and since my pizza box is kind of angled near the opening, I'm going to come back and start back here. So I'm going to just kind of eyeball this and start by making a line this way. And then I'm going to come back a few inches. Obviously you don't want to come all the way back. Find where the end of my line is here. Now you notice I'm only making 3 cuts, the top and the 2 sides. I'm not cutting the back because this is going to act basically as the hinge so that we can lift it up and then close it when we're done and not have just a straight opening. The reason you're leaving the lid on it is we'll put a piece of tin foil on that lid so it will reflect the sunlight down into the oven to heat up what's inside. So I've started, got my score lines done. I'm just going to make them a little deeper. So I should be able to open my box up here and pop it open. I'm going to fold this back, making that as straight as I can there. And now I have my lid. Okay, now that I have my pizza box cut and ready to go, I'm ready to add in my tin foil. And to make things just a little quicker for the video, I have gone ahead and pre-cut the tin foil pieces I need to the size. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to tape these in. And I have cut 2 pieces. I've got the small piece here that will go on the bottom side of our lid, like so. And then I have another bigger piece that will go into the bottom of the pizza box. Now you can, if you'll have to kind of experiment around and play around with it, if you find that the box isn't getting hot enough, if you're cooking s'mores, the chocolate isn't melting enough to your liking, or the marshmallows aren't getting soft enough, what you can do is add more tin foil to the underside of the top here just to help kind of create more reflectivity. You can even take that plastic wrap that I mentioned at the beginning of the video and cover the opening, and that will help hold the heat in. And again, you can just kind of tape all that in place. But I'm going to kind of quickly go through this to show you how we're going to tape everything together. So I'm going to take my smaller piece of tin foil here, And for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to take a piece of clear tape, fold it over on the four corners, like so. And then once I have my tape in my four corners of the foil, I am going to open my lid up a little bit. And tape it in place. And now I'm going to repeat the same thing, like I said, to the inside of the box with a larger piece of foil that I had cut for the bottom. So again, I'm just kind of making sure that fits in there. Again, putting my tape in my four corners. I'm just going to flip it over. Tape it down in place. And fold my box closed again. And there we have it. Tin foil on the lid and on the inside. Like I said, if you want to go the extra mile, if it's not getting warm enough, you can add the tin foil to the underneath side of the box lid. And the bamboo skewer that I had talked about at the very beginning that I didn't show you here, you can use that to prop this lid open if the cardboard on your pizza box isn't staying where you want it. I found this one is actually pretty stiff, so it kind of opens up about where I would want it to be so the sun would hit it and reflect down in. But if you find that it's falling down, you can use that bamboo skewer on one corner and just kind of prop it up to kind of hold it in place. But there you have it. We have our pizza box solar oven, good for making s'mores on a nice sunny summer day.